Poetry has been around for thousands of years. Historically, the Arabs were the one who made poetry as their dominant culture, where it is called sha'ir. When the Arab land was flourishing with trades, traders from the Western countries translated some of the sha'ir into their own languages. Hence, they too made poetry as their dominant culture starting in the Middle Ages and then the Victorian era where famous poets like Samuel Daniel, Michael Drayton and William Shakespeare were born. As a result of this dominant culture, they were considered as the national poet or the laureate. Malaysia has its own laureate too, which is A. Samad Said, but this doesn't result in poetry becoming the dominant culture in Malaysia. And instead, poetry is actually the co-culture. Due to this reason, poetry is being practiced in a small group of people who uses poetry as a platform for them to express their thoughts and feelings.
I wish I am the villain. In this play, I involuntarily act for, with my own evil love, my own evil plot, my own evil persona, my own malicious presence.
My 18-year-old self must be silent and would be so proud of me. Her worries washed away. Maybe with a smile cut by pride. Represents appear silly. You're there. I'm there. Thank God.
I want my girls to be recognized by their merit, to show the world love and to share it, to make a mark where they walk, whether in kain batik or a high fashion top, in hijabs or free hair, because they know the world is theirs if you help them shatter the glass ceiling, but only if you help build them stairs.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Jamal, thank you for agreeing to be interviewed for our assignment.
Happy to oblige.
Alright, there will be only 2 questions about poetry culture in Malaysia. So, the first one is very close to you. How long have you been in this poetry, not industry, but
I've been actively part of it since 2010.
2010, that's long.
Not long enough as compared to some others, but yes, it's still long. I get you. Prior to that, I had already been writing for about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years, poetry specifically, but I never really came out to the public and I never really did spoken word specifically. And then around 2007, 2008, there were a bunch of new open mic gigs that were opening around PJ. So I sort of like took the opportunity to share my stuff, which at that time were mostly in Malay. And then fast forward to 2010, to late 2009 rather, I discovered spoken word and I tried my hand at it. It worked, and then in 2010 I performed and I had a poetry slam and I won the slam in May 2010, and since then I never looked back.
வணக்கம். Play! நான் உன்னோட கண்ணிலே பார்த்தேன். Aku nampak dalam mata kamu. உன் பார்வையில் தெரிகின்றது. The way you look at me. நுக்கமா. Stare at me. முடியவர். Glare at me. ஆனால் உங்களுக்கு என் மீது மதிப்பே இல்லை. You have no respect for me. என்னை காண்டாது. You saw me. என்னை உடனே மதிப்பிட செய்தீர்கள். And you immediately judge me. Quand je te touche, mon corps s'enflamme. En chanson comme un interrupteur. Cuba mung semua ni tengok datang. Kawan aku nak bucat juga. Cuba mung semua ni tengok datang.
What about now?
A little bit.
Okay. Go to sleep. Why did I shut
Yeah. So, the title of the poem is The Old Woman and the Mango Tree. Okay, the old woman and the mango tree. The old woman went into her kitchen garden with a new mop, turned upside down, meant as a strong cane. She heard the whispering. The party must be sleeping. Hey, Truda means pencuri. Thief. Hey, Truda, idu varin, I'm coming. The old lady is telling her. Okay, the three boys scattered, were running, shouting, repeating, Poo, kill me. The old lady is coming. Okay. The old woman returned, walked to a mango tree, under it sat on a rattan chair, which used to be her son's 10 years ago. Full of half-ripe mangoes, standing heavily with thick foliage, in the 11 o'clock morning breeze, the mango tree danced slightly, thanking the old woman for her kind nurturing, weeding, and watering. Party, oh party, the boys calling. The boys called to the old woman. You know what? I'm coming. Heard the soft voice. 2 ringgit, said the tallest boy. The old lady held out her dried and wrinkled hand to receive the money. The taller one asked, given the first mango to your son? The old lady shook her head, left and right, up and down.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Do you think poetry culture is a minor culture in Malaysia?
Up front, the answer is yes and no.
Yes and
Okay, right. Why yes? Minor because we don't have a large industry around poetry yet. Poets don't get paid, be it they write in Malay or English. If they're writing in vernacular, meaning Mandarin or Tamil, lagi lah, they don't get paid. So it's not an industry. So economically speaking, they are minor. Because the poetry books that you see nowadays, published by indie publishers or wherever, are very small in terms of amount or volume. So macam the prints are like 200, 500, 1,000, paling kuat pun 3, 4, 5,000. So in that sense, yes, it's minor. Okay, and because the industry is minor, or the economy is around it is minor, it's a small industry, meaning you don't have a lot of professions surrounding it. The printing industry doesn't need poetry books to survive. News portals or magazines or arts and culture punya bodies don't need poetry to survive and to do activity. They can find other content like dance and theatre. Okay? So yes, in that sense, it is minor. Unfortunately, it's more like an interest or passion. So in that sense, it's yes. But why is it no? Because poetry is the easiest literary form for anybody, young or old, poor or rich, smart or stupid, pardon me for saying that, to access. Because it's all about voice. It doesn't matter you tulis puisi atas kertas on the paper. It doesn't matter where you like to perform your poetry on the stage atas pentas. When you perform or you write a poem, it's always something that's very important to you. And people who understand that and relate to that are people who connect with you and you connect with. Jadi anybody can just connect with anybody, and we also must understand that we kesian ke orang atau kita rasa dekat dengan orang tu bila orang tu ada suara, ada voice that we are familiar with. That voice might be even our voice a little bit kan. So poetry is a literary form that allows somebody to take his or her voice and put it out to the world. So that is why it is not a minor culture, because like a person from Africa can read a poem from Indonesia that is translated into English or African and still connect kan?
Yes.
So kalau dari segi economy and industry, yes it is.
So that answers our question. Thank you. That is so helpful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again for this interview.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
See you, I think, for long.